Hi guys, welcome to another exciting edition of Thirsty Thursday. It's Danielle from bestproducts.com. We are super excited to have Jeremy Ortel here from Angry Orchard. Jeremy, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me. It's great.
Fall with Labor Day coming up. A great cocktail ingredient is hard cider, and Angry Orchard is one of the best. So Jeremy's here to tell us a little bit more about making a delicious punch for Labor Day. We can't wait.
Yeah, we're just we wanted to use cider as our base and this punch for the summer, sort of thinking like Labor Day is coming up. Your barbecue, or
Yep.
if you're going to the beach or something.
Mm-hmm. And why Angry Orchard? I mean, like, this is, we've all had Angry Orchard, but I'm not sure that all of our viewers are used to using a hard cider in a punch. So, like, what about hard cider makes it so versatile to use in a punch for people?
I mean, a lot of punches you'll have like some sort of sparkling ingredient, like bubbles are always really good.
Yeah.
It sort of gives like the rest of the ingredients something to play off of.
Yeah.
Right, so you'll see soda water or something like that, but
Totally.
like using a really high quality great cider is another option. You know,
Mm-hmm.
some people might use champagne, so we can use a cider to give it like a different flavor.
Yep.
Something else complex about it.
Amazing. I think we should maybe sample the goods just to make
I think so,
sure.
too.
Okay, just like as
Yeah,
quality
let's go for
control. It's amazing. And where is Angry Orchard located?
Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers. They're located in Walden, New York.
Okay.
Yeah, so not too far from here.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And for people who have never tasted it, is it like very like happily like what does it like remind you of?
Fall, like it's delicious, it's crisp.
Yeah, but I also think it works really well all year round too.
Yeah.
It's so refreshing and light,
Mm-hmm.
very crisp, very fruit forward, and just really well balanced.
Totally.
Yeah.
And this is, I mean, when I make like a little
Yeah,
I've
this
never
is just
tried
another
cider. Yeah.
option for that.
That's amazing. And so I see you have some nice summer produce here for this punch. So what punch are you making for us today?
So I've been working with Angry Orchard for a few months now,
Mm-hmm.
making cocktails for them. This is one of the first cocktails I've created for them. It was like just thinking, something great for the summer.
Yep.
So Orchard, obviously, Angry, you drink this punch though, you're going to be much happier.
Yes, I love that.
When I think of summer, like whenever I'm thinking summer menu, summer cocktails, like
Yeah.
watermelon always jumps into my mind.
Yeah.
It's when it starts to be fresh.
Totally.
And, it's when it's in season. So, and it's just like, like a glass of watermelon juice or eating watermelon is so
So
like, it's just-
refreshing.
yeah, and it's like sort of a pick me up. So
Yeah.
it's a great ingredient to use. So I always think of watermelons in the summer.
Absolutely.
So.
Makes a nice smooth transition to the
Yeah,
fall.
so we're
for
using,
sure.
so watermelon juice, we're using vodka as like sort of the base to give us a backbone.
Okay.
Cointreau gives it like a nice citrusy flavor, and then
Okay.
lime juice, orange juice, and then we're going to top it off with the crisp apple, and sort of round it all together, bring it all together.
Amazing. Amazing. And if you don't have vodka at home, if you're making like this punch at home, would you recommend just any clear spirit or?
I think you could probably sub in just about anything.
Yeah.
Just make sure it's high quality. Like tequila would probably work really well. Tequila always goes well with watermelon, Cointreau, and apples are fantastic with tequila.
Yep.
Rum would work really well, like something light and neutral.
Totally.
You could probably even put in gin.
Totally. If you're feeling frisky, we had some gin here. I'm excited to have this vodka there. Shall we get to it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Cool.
So the first thing, we're building a punch. We're just going to put the ice in there because punch is interesting.
Totally.
It's not cold, and
Excellent cubes.
yeah, the bigger the better with the ice cubes. They'll keep it cold longer and not dilute it too much. So just put a few ice cubes in there.
And the cubes do matter. I mean, especially if you're doing
Yeah.
a big old batch of something.
Yeah,
you don't
exactly.
want it all.
I mean,
pressed in.
you can do at home. You can always take like a deli container, like like a takeout container.
Like
You
a
know,
little
do that
quart,
sometimes. Yeah,
or
like a quart or a pint.
Yep.
Something like that. Fill it with water, put it in your freezer, and then boom, you've got a huge, big, beautiful.
That's a good idea.
Ooh.
It can be really fancy and do like an ice sculpture and let it melt in your bowl and like impress all
You
your
can do
friends.
that too. You
If
can
you-
carbonals, ice sculpture.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I usually do that.
Yeah, no, me too.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I have so many friends.
And then, you know, when I'm building something, I would start with the juices and sort of the cheaper ingredients first.
Okay.
You know, just
Good to
to
know.
make a mistake. You know.
Totally.
So we're gonna do half a cup of orange juice.
Okay.
Right. Start with that.
Half a cup of OJ.
Okay. And then this is fresh lime. So we're gonna do 1 cup of fresh lime. And then this is fresh watermelon juice.
Okay.
So we're doing most of that. That over there.
Yep.
And now this is our Cointreau. So we're doing 1 cup of Cointreau.
And Cointreau is just adding what, a little bit of citrus. Like
I mean, it
almost,
definitely has some
or-
alcohol in it. You know,
Yeah.
it's the same proof as the vodka.
Yeah.
So it does give it some oomph, but it just has it's very dry and has a nice bright acidity, and it really works well with apple.
Okay, got it.
cider, so.
Gotcha.
And then the vodka, this is just to add to like the base, you know, to give it some backbone, right?
Yep.
So that's sort of the base, and now we're going to do 4 bottles
Okay.
of Angry Orchard Crisp
And you're
Apple.
adding it right into the bowl.
Yeah, and we're just going to top it right off.
Oh, how easy is that?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can just top it off.
Because sometimes if you do a punch and you're topping it like with something sparkling, you might not put it into the punch bowl directly. Like sometimes I find that if it's gonna be sitting there for a little bit, like
Yeah, you can
Sometimes
do that
I'll
too. You
top-
can just
yeah.
top it into the glasses.
totally.
Yeah, totally.
But I feel like cider like mixes better in the actual
Yeah.
punch itself.
Nicole wants a taste of this right now.
Yes. Nicole,
So do I.
hi.
So yeah. I mean, you can do either or, but a lot of times I'll just add it all together. And let it
Okay.
sort of- it's always good to start with these cold if you have.
Gotcha.
And some of the viewers want, I don't know how heavy that punch bowl is, but some of the viewers want a little a visual taste of it if you could slide it over.
Oh,
skin. Yeah. They're greedy out there.
Yes. Very demanding.
Right? All right, Nicole.
All right, Nicole.
So with the watermelon juice and all that stuff, it just looks beautiful too. Right?
Oh my gosh.
And just stir it gently to combine. You don't want to like force all the carbonation out.
No way.
So-
That will
and-
definitely make me happier on the beach.
And then,
For
you know,
sure.
great garnishes. I always like to sort of garnish with something that's already in it.
Yeah.
Right? So it's got lime juice and orange juice.
Yeah.
The green from the lime is really going to pop. you
Yeah.
know, so you
It looks like a watermelon, too.
Yeah.
It
you
does.
just throw some lime wheels in there.
And I love how, because it smells so good, too. I
It
feel like,
smells
because
like summer back here.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
a lot of mixed drinks people make don't smell that, too. Yeah. Another nice aroma.
And then we got some orange juice in there too. This will make it
Mhm.
even more colorful.
Yum.
There we go.
It reminds me a little bit of a sangria situation happening.
A little bit.
A little
it sort
bit
of
more
looks like that.
dignified.
Yeah.
Like higher quality ingredients going into it versus the.
Definitely. And instead of using wine again, we're using a nice crisp apple cider. So,
Totally.
hard cider.
Absolutely. So after all the ingredients are in, do you need to let it like sit around for a little bit, or is it just ready to go?
No, this is ready to go. I mean, especially we use a lot of the ingredients were cold.
Gotcha.
So, and then then we can just serve it. So I'm just gonna I have these watermelon chunks, and I think they're just gonna look a little bit better in the glasses, and then they might get lost. So
Totally.
We're gonna throw these in, because you're gonna be juicing this fresh watermelon, which is
Yeah.
actually pretty easy. I mean, that might
I was gonna
I was
ask you about that.
I was wondering that, too. I didn't want to sound stupid.
Watermelon is like almost all water,
Yeah.
right? So if you have a blender, you
Yeah.
can just throw it in the blender. You don't even need to add water, and just like give it a rip, and it will just blend.
Totally.
Even
I
if, like,
strain
the
this
seeds
stuff.
are-
What's that?
Oh, you strain it from the
I
top.
strain it after, so just use like a strainer or like a cheesecloth or something like that, and strain the pulp out if you want. But if you leave
Yeah.
some of the pulp in, it's going to be delicious.
Not the end of the world. You're not
Yeah.
gonna grill like a watermelon.
Yeah, and you get a lot of juice from one watermelon, so you have some left over. So it's great to use some watermelon chunks. You can throw it in the glasses for the people.
If you're
that you're
feeling
drinking with.
really lazy too, I feel like you can go out to certain places and get
Yeah.
watermelon juice.
Yes, definitely. But it's
Just
definitely
saying.
very easy to make yourself.
Beautiful color.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I feel like this is a perfect batch cocktail for Labor Day barbecue. Definitely impress your buddies with this.
Because it is
Yeah,
very...
it's just great to sort of sit around together and have a lot of it, drinking the same drink.
Totally.
And with like all the watermelon fruit in it, what kind of food are you imagining pairing it with? I mean, you haven't really given it a taste taste yet, but
I think hard cider and sort of citrusy punches go really well with like just about anything.
Yeah.
Barbecue's really good.
Mhm.
Like greasy meat, savory, chicken, steak, stuff like that. Stuff that's kind of fatty. Like I think this goes great with that stuff. And sort of
Cuts right through
cuts
that.
right through it all.
Yeah,
you know.
definitely some char. Like
Yeah.
Charred veggies.
Charred veggies, any
Grilled
of
chicken.
that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cut right through that. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
This is great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that'll do.
I mean, the best thing is, it's just sort of with the apples and the watermelon.
Yeah.
It kind of just feels healthy and like.
Not gonna be angry on the
hydrating
beach.
and- No.
Not gonna be
exactly.
angry on the
No,
beach.
It's gonna make you happy on the beach.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can you substitute any kind of fruit that you have laying around? Like I know watermelon's a big one, but like if you don't have any other fruits.
For the most part, you probably can. The main thing you just want to do is balance. I mean, we're using,
Yeah.
I like the cider is really well balanced. So you just want to keep adding to that. So the perfect amount of sweetness, perfect amount of acidity. So
Gotcha. It's so refreshing.
yeah.
Incredible. Danny, you need to try this.
really,
eventually.
I'll clean out the bowl after. I swear, don't worry,
I'll
I'll
just
clean
give
that
you
up.
the bowl after.
And I feel like that is fun too, because I mean, like watermelon is universally like a fruit everybody loves too, so it's great for a big punch
Yeah.
party you're throwing because no one's gonna pick. Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing is too, like you buy this giant watermelon and then it's hard to eat the whole thing. So it's
Yeah.
like use some for this, and use some for eating. And,
Make use of those leftovers.
I wonder if you could even use like a huge watermelon as a bowl.
You could, yeah, you could do that, or like where they cut it out and they just put it in there, put the faucet at the
I
bottom.
never knew how they do that.
Oh yeah, like a keg.
There's
Yeah.
got to be a video online.
We'll do that. We'll do one.
We'll-
For people at home that might have like parties with relatives and they want to be a little more buzzed, could they top off like their individual cups with cider on top? Like, would you
Absolutely.
recommend that?
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the recipe's just a guideline, so it's kind
It's so versatile. I
Yeah.
think this would work for
of.
so
But the
many.
main the cider and have everything else sort of complement that.
Absolutely. And we have to ask all of our bartenders who come in. Never been asked that.
What's your
Yeah,
sign?
we just
Yeah.
did that. What's your sign? What's your favorite cocktail for summer? We'll make it a little bit more specific. I know you love
Okay,
watermelon. Clearly.
Just refreshing stuff. I mean, I drink. I start off my shift with a lot of daiquiris.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh wow.
I think that's usually what we go to right away.
Daiquiris?
Just daiquiris or margaritas and stuff like that.
Got it. Anything refreshing.
Anything refreshing. But you drink a lot of beer and a lot of hard cider during the summers.
Incredible. This is so good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the little watermelon piece would be nice and
Soaks up all the booze. Incredible. Yeah. Thank you so much, Jeremy, for coming in. Guys, definitely check out this recipe. It makes a great Labor Day cocktail if you're having